and welcome back to another video on the F1 Journal and to the Eifel Grand Prix qualifying review, where Valtteri Bottas ended Lewis Hamilton's 5 consecutive F1 pole position streak, beating his Mercedes teammate and a Red Bull's Max Verstappen in a tense three-way fight at the Eifel Grand Prix. After winning Russia 2 weeks ago, Bottas maintained a crucial momentum as he attempts to claw back more championship ground against Hamilton's 44-point lead in Sunday's race at the Nurburgring. Verstappen threatened to end Mercedes' season-long dominance of qualifying, held the initial advantage in Q3, but Bottas' track record final attempt of 1:25.2 was 2/10 faster than the Dutchman, and Hamilton can manage. Verstappen came within half a tenth of knocking Hamilton off the front row, but can take solace from the fact that he took Mercedes to the wire. Charles Leclerc meanwhile qualified a superb fourth for Ferrari, ahead of Alex Albon in the second Red Bull, but Sebastian Vettel once again missed out on Q3. Was 6th and 7th, with Esteban Ocon coming close to outqualifying Daniel Ricciardo for just the second time this season, with Lando Norris back as the lead McLaren in 8th after losing the Saturday battle to Carlos Sainz, who qualified in 10th recently. Its place went to the Racing Point of Sergio Perez, but the big story at the team came on Saturday when the latest last-minute call-up for Nico Hülkenberg happened. After Lance Stroll felt unwell on Saturday morning and sat out practice, the team again turned to Hülkenberg as their super sub 2 months after the German filled in for Perez at the Silverstone doubleheader when the Mexican contracted COVID-19. But due to his home race being there, he had TV commitments, but there was no time for any of that as the man got in the RP20 and took part in qualifying once again as the man. It's exactly the message he needs to send Lewis's way, said Nico Rosberg after Bottas took pole. This is not over yet, I'm still in a championship fight. If I can continue that tomorrow, that would be great. Bottas has never won consecutive races in F1, but picked his moment perfectly in qualifying to set himself up for a shoot victory at the front of the grid. It did not seem like the pole was on the cards after the Finn Trauder closely matched Hamilton and Verstappen by 5/10 in Q2, but the deciding stages proved to be a different story and closed behind the latter, and the penultimate lap in Q3, Bottas found an impressive half a second. The last lap in Q3 was spot on, said Bottas. It's been a pretty tricky weekend. The only goal for tomorrow is to win. Off pole position for the first time since F1 since mid-August, Hamilton said, "I'm sure when I look at the data there will be plenty of times missed. He's 2/10 ahead. Valtteri did a great job, so congrats to him. There's lots to get my head down and play for tomorrow." Before I go, let me run you through the order. Bottas pipping Hamilton. I think they'll just be relieved to be 1-2 though, because Verstappen was running super close and he'll be disappointed in the end. Leclerc, what a super job from him. Albon will be bitterly disappointed not to beat him. Ricciardo and Ocon best of the rest again, so they can't complain. I think Norris, Perez and Sainz, I think they'll be fairly happy. Vettel once again missing out, especially where his teammate came. He'll be disappointed. Doesn't look like the AlphaTauris can manage much more. I think the Alfa Romeo and the Haas will be quite happy, with the exception of Kimi Raikkonen, George Russell and Nicholas Latifi. They're just not there at the moment around this circuit. And Nico Hülkenberg, is there really much more he could have done? I'm not really so sure. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.